What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today, not in the comfort of my warm, cozy recording room like normal, but instead in the great, great wild outdoors, otherwise known as my backyard. Because today I have a mission to create and taste some Canadian maple taffy for the very first time. And that is because today of all days, I've been presented with a unique opportunity. I'm coming to you from Indiana here in the United States. And for the last couple of years, our winters have been pretty mild, pretty boring, pretty tame. And yet, the last month, and in particular yesterday, we actually had a rare event. We actually have snow. We have real, legitimate, live snow on our hands. Here in my backyard, you can see. And, normally when winter comes around, a lot of us Americans are like, it would be fun to have a little snow. So it feels like winter time. And now that it's here, it's kind of like, okay, that's cool, that's nice, but it can go now. I've seen it. You've seen it once, and you're kind of done with it because it is cold out here. But where an American like myself sees sort of a cold, desolate, uncomfortable, frozen hellscape, Canadians instead see an opportunity for a delicious treat. So today, I want to take advantage of this. I've purchased the maple syrup. I've looked up the instructions of how to do it. So let's get the heck out of here for a minute and head inside and actually do part one, which is heating up the maple syrup so we can turn it into delicious maple taffy with some of this snow. So let's go inside. Okay, it's good to be inside where it's a little bit warmer. This is good. Okay, so I went to the store and I picked up some of this maple syrup. I don't know if you can read that, but it says that it's grade A dark color, 100% pure maple syrup. It even says that it's imported from Canada there at the bottom. I hope that's true. I want to try to get as authentic an experience as possible out of this maple syrup taffy. So the first step, from what I understand, is to put this maple syrup into this pan over here on the stove and crank the heat up. So let's go do that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pour it into the pan here. I mean, I really didn't buy this stuff for any other purpose, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it all. Let's cook up a big old batch of maple syrup taffy. I'm actually not sure how much this is going to create, but we'll see, and I'll just be pleasantly surprised. I don't know. Let's just turn it to high. We don't got any time to waste. Let's turn it to high. According to the instructions online, I think it said that we're going to put this to about 235 degrees. But between you and me, I don't actually own a thermometer that you can put in a pan like a stick thermometer. So I'm kind of just going to eyeball this. I know that the taffy has to, here, if we can see it a little bit, there it is. I know it has to like start boiling over a little bit and foaming, and basically I'm gonna come back to you when something interesting starts happening. Oh, there's my pirate ship. Oh, look at that. It made the video. I'll report back when something interesting starts happening to the syrup. Okay, so it's definitely starting to have some activity here. The syrup is starting to boil, and I don't think you actually want it to boil per se. Oh, there's the foaming and the bubbling. Okay, you definitely don't want it to boil over, and the online instructions said basically to stir. Oh, the camera's getting foggy. Hold on a sec. Okay, we're back after a little lens cleaning frantically. You want to just stir it. Stir. and make sure that there's not... Okay, this is really boiling a lot. I'm going to turn it down. Holy cow, this... What is... Oh, it smells quite nice, actually. Kind of in my desperate stirring, I'm finding a moment of sweet, sugary, scented elation in the chaos. Kind of nice. So I know it has to get to 235 degrees, and it should... I mean, according to the instructions I saw online, it looked a lot like this, I'm not gonna lie. Bubbles, foamy. You're just trying to stir it and not let it bubble over. I'm afraid if you let it go too hot, something happens, like it crystallizes wrong. But if it's not hot enough, you're just gonna not even create the taffy, are you? Huh. I think I'm just gonna have to call it kind of soon here. Yeah, let's just keep stirring for a second. At a point, I'm just going to have to say okay and try it, right? I'm sure there's Canadians out there watching who are thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing, you crazy? Well, you know, it's my first time doing this, so... And I don't have my thermometer. And, oh my gosh, this is turning kind of globular, if that's a word. Okay, I think I'm just going to... Huh, is this 235 degrees? I mean, you could fool me. I'm going to turn it off. I'm not sure how long it's supposed to take to get to that temperature. That's another thing. Was this just poor planning on my part? Maybe. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed watching me stir a pot of boiling maple syrup for about 2 minutes, but I think I'm about to take this off and run outside and put it in the snow and just see what happens, I guess. See what we create. So let's go. We're outside with a pot of scalding hot maple syrup. Let's just pour a strip here and see what happens. I feel a little crazy. I know this is like a normal thing people do in Canada, but that just melted straight into the ground. Oh no. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe I need a much bigger pile of snow. Okay, let's adjust here. I'm standing out here in my backyard looking like a lunatic with a pot of scalding maple syrup. None of my neighbors, well, luckily they're not outside because they'd have no idea what I was doing. Probably kick me out of the HOA. I'm guessing that this maple syrup is much, much too hot because as you just saw, it just went straight through the snow into the earth. Probably burned its way to the core of the earth because it was way too hot. That's kind of the drawbacks of being underprepared and not having a thermometer, I see now. Very foolish of me, but we're not going to panic. We're going to adjust. We're going to, you know, move on the fly here. And I'm going to let this kind of cool down for a little bit. We're all just going to cool down for a little bit, especially since I'm standing out here in the winter, literally cooling down. It's starting to get a little, I don't know, what's the word? A little less liquidy? Viscous. So I'm going to try this again in a minute here. I also don't know if you're supposed to pour it straight onto your lawn. I don't know. Maybe the grass and dirt kind of add a little extra flavor to the whole thing. Maybe. So let's try again here. Okay, I've made a new plan here. I've actually created a little mound of snow so that there's a little more of a buffer between the snow and the earth. And the syrup has cooled down quite a bit. So I'm really hopeful that this is going to work. Look, oh, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, let's just keep going. This is going to be the biggest maple taffy in the world. Some of it's kind of slinking down, but wow, this is a major improvement. How are you supposed to pick it up? Oh, there it is. There it is. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm almost scared to scare it away. I don't want to frighten the taffy now that we finally have a result here. Is this what it's supposed to look like? Can anyone? Okay, I mean, I can grab. I have it. Oh my God, it's still kind of hot. Okay, don't just grab the molten taffy, even though it looks cold, it's still quite hot. I don't know why I feel like I can give tips on this either, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna make a couple more strips here of maple syrup taffy. I mean, it's starting to look like taffy just in the in the pan because I'm waiting so long. I'm gonna make a couple more strips here and report back. It's about 15 minutes later. I've kind of let everything settle down, let the taffy settle down outside. I came inside, I washed my pot. It was absolutely disgusting. They don't tell you about that in the online tutorials. Your pot's gonna be a mess. Your floor is gonna be wet, running in and out in the snow, and it's okay. Because what we have created here today might be worth it. What I've scooped up off the ground. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It doesn't look like the pictures online. When you Google the maple taffy, it always looks very nice. Sometimes they twirl it around a stick, or it looks like a strip of bacon. What does this even look like? Mashed potatoes? Maple lumpy mashed potatoes? Is that what I created? But I would be remiss if I did not at least try to grab some of this. And I gotta taste it. Okay, there it is. I mean, this is just snow. This is let's be honest with each other right now. It's snow with maple syrup sorta on it, sort of like a slushy or a snow cone. Not really taffy. I gotta at least eat it. I mean, I don't know if I'm coping here or trying to make this into something out of, here it is. Is this what yours looks like at home? Or it's like maple syrup ice cream. It's no maple taffy. I think we're gonna call this a fail for today, but I had to try. I have no regrets. Try and fail, try again, and end up with some kind of crazy concoction. I don't know what to call this, but it's it's mapley and kind of tasty. I don't think I got the true maple taffy Canadian experience, but I got some kind of experience out of this today. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give this a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on my process here today of creating this. Maybe some pointers. Some pointers would be good. What do you think of my maple taffy? Yeah, that'd be funny to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada, learning about Canadian culture, trying Canadian things, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.